Hello everybody, they call me News and I welcome you back to the Thaumaturge, where it's time to go to bed. I'm sure we'll have more to do after this, but it's definitely bedtime right now. Although, shall we just quickly pop into Father's study, just to see what's happening? Also, no, I didn't get lost. I just want to quickly read your diary, if that's okay. Okie doke. She was pleased to see me return, more or less. But we won't bother her further because we did have a little bit of an argument last time. Doesn't seem to be much else going on that we might want to care about now. So yeah, bedtime it is. Dreams. Discover the source of the Golem curse. That sounds like something we would very much like to do.
And yet different. Well, well.
Well. There's a candle.
Is this a dream?
It certainly looks like a dream. I guess it doesn't have to be though, does it? It might also be some sort of weird thaumaturgy thing that's not dream related directly. Maybe we've been pulled into a different world. Where Salazar or something like that. I need to get
out of here.
We probably should get out of here, but we could explore a bit first, Victor. We might learn things.
Fool.
Okay, so we can't be mean to our dead dad.
Father.
Blind fool.
Well, what don't I see? Maybe you could give me an answer this time.
What don't you know?
Lots of things.
Why is the Golem pursuing our blood? You've not just put me in danger, but Liga as well. Who did you hurt so much that the Golem was aiming to? Hold on. It succeeded, didn't it? That's what killed you. That's what made the building fall on you.
There we go. He's figured it out.
Why did you let a rat like Konieczkin into our home? Now he's dogging Liga and me. Were you working for him? Did you start informing on your customers for him?
A fool's theory.
Who inflicted this punishment on you? What for? And how the hell do I lift it?
Everything I've done
was with your children in mind. I've heard it all before. For our good, I know. Thanks a lot. I definitely didn't ask for a blood curse. Are you finally going to say something?
You've wasted your time. I left you all the answers. You just have to find them.
Where am I supposed to look for them? In the Black Grimoire, which I nearly got from you? In that case, where is it? Who was it? Your friends? Your coterie that you hid even from your lover? Who are they? What were you planning?
You possess everything I had. I've left you everything you need.
Come back here! I'm not finished with you yet!
Wasn't the most helpful dream. But yeah. He's definitely mixed up about Konieczkin. I feel like he is a good lad. He is fighting for the same independence. Well, he's fighting to overthrow the Tsar, I think. So he's got the same sort of end goal in mind as Papa had. Still nothing important going on in here, I feel. So let's go and talk to Sister again. Oh, but there's the telling phone.
Teodosia Majewska's bathhouse. Wiktoriusz speaking.
Frutsky, this is Pielewin.
Oh,
I was waiting for your call, Commissioner. Go on.
They released Kajetan in the morning. I thought you'd want to know. I cleared him of all the charges, but he doesn't really care.
How did the fisherman's, I mean Clara's case end?
They'll hang her. No one will miss her.
I understand.
Yeah, that seems reasonable for a multiple murderer. Now, we can't go out the front door right now. It's locked. We can go into the garden, though. Is there much going on out here? Last time we were out here, there were burglars. Lygia did mention floozies lurking around, peering in our windows, but I guess they're not in the garden. They're probably peering in through the front somewhere.
Look who's up. Sleeping Beauty. Have some coffee. In the morning, Graženka brews it strong. Unless we're still arguing.
We can apologise.
Forgive me for yesterday. Warsaw was getting to me.
Yes, I know the feeling. And I don't want to quarrel with you either. We'd be better off focusing on the obstacles ahead of us. Maybe I'll talk to Konieczkin.
I suspect he'll offer us a deal with the devil.
For now, I'm just thinking out loud. I thought about what you were saying yesterday. Those strange phenomena related to the golem. Once, when I was taking a carriage to the store, the horse took fright. First it reared, then it started kicking, and after a moment it froze and dropped dead on the cobblestones. But it was already old. Could that have been the golem?
Possibly.
That I don't know yet.
Does that mean we might be in danger?
Oh yeah.
I don't know how long it took the golem to reach Father. He only found me in Warsaw that one time. I don't know how he works.
I can't believe Father didn't know that either. There must be something in his office. Anything.
Maybe.
Is there any other way you could find out?
We did have a dream that he was in.
I had a dream about Father.
Me too. Right after he died. He was soothing me with my favorite lullaby.
First he insulted me, and then blood poured down his face.
Very funny. Do you see him often in your dreams?
No.
This was only the second time. I hope there will be more. It's been a long time since I was quarantined in the hospital. They're not ordinary dreams. They're very realistic visions. I talk to him, I ask questions, but I can't understand his answers.
Why don't we focus on real life?
That makes sense.
Has anything been reported about Podpraga?
I've been keeping an eye out, but nothing yet. But Svetlana's disappearance won't go unnoticed for long. Hyenas like fresh corpses.
I know that you're still sorting through things there, but I really have to visit our store in Mirów.
I'm basically done, and I was planning to go there now after breakfast. Will you join me?
Not just yet, I don't think.
I have to get all this straight in my head. I'll meet you later at the store.
Aren't you going to eat anything?
I've got no appetite.
Ooh, children of Satan and dangerous friends. Excellent. They sound like fun quests. But also, let's have another look in Father's study before we go on. Because there is indeed stuff to look at. Possible clues. Father's keys. A lot of well-known addresses, and then one that's not so well-known, perhaps. An old letter. You're looking for a Kabbalist outside of Warsaw. One of the best is closer than you think. Isaac Sofer of the synagogue. Okay. So maybe we were looking for information about golems. And that's a protective incantation in Hebrew. The echo of Golem's curse smells of dark Kabbalah and remorse. And a trace. It's in the ruins of the tenement house under which my father died. Was someone with him there?
I have to find their meeting place.
A box. A thaumaturge said, "Let us meet." Cool. So we found a secret meeting place, perhaps. We should go there, and we should meet.
Synagoga Nożyków, Mirów.
And here we find some text about the sons of Abraham creating living bodies out of clay. The curse was put on him. There must be a solution. So this rabbi cast the curse on Pharaoh. But they were friends. So we should go to Miro, because that's where the synagogue is, as well as where our store is. Okay, so that's about all there is to do upstairs. Good. Now, what's going on here? Children of Satan. Meet with Rasputin. And then find Father's friends and their meeting place. Go to Cayetan to capture Morana. That seems like a good thing. So maybe that's our first goal. Getting another Salazar could be fun. Maybe we can also find those fluses that were peering in our windows. If they're not out here right now, then potentially they are in Poichle. It might be the two girls who we spoke to a few times. Doesn't seem to be much else going on out here. I'm going to assume that moving into Act 2 hasn't magically filled this area with new things that we can click on. The map suggests there's not many new points of interest or anything like that. So we can visit Port Praga as well. We'll do that as soon as we've been and got Morana. Once again, it's pouring with rain around here. Looks like he's going to be in his shack. There we go. Hello, friend.
Hello.
It's you.
How you doing?
How does freedom feel?
Normal. The river giveth and the river taketh away.
Oh yeah, he doesn't really care about anything, does he?
They say you're not interested in small talk. So let's pick up where we left off last time. Where are you hiding, my beautiful Kelpie? You rescued him when he wanted to end things, but you took advantage of his condition to feed on his flaw. I think it's time for him to be rid of you. The river giveth and the river taketh away.
Sweet, so we're straight into the boss fight. Now, you're restoring health points every round. But that's cool, because we can just knock you out with a hit once we've got your focus down. You're immune to new states. And you're immune to new states, and we can't deal with your vulnerability. Your invulnerability, one should say. So, let's start with a bit of Upir on this lad, perhaps. Let's see. Engage. Inflicts damage. So nobody's putting any abilities on us as such. So we'll just divert you. Now the other two are going to have a go. You're going to shuffle forward. She's going to shoot me. Morana's going to do her thing to speed them up, perhaps. But your lad over here is out of the fight. Now, Lelek, would you like to start working on that guy? Yeah, we got shot again. We can deal with that. We can get shot all day long. And now let's get Lelek again to do his thing. It's just a straightforward case of reduce everyone's focus and then knock them the hell out. She can blink us all day long and that's fine. So you get concussed. You there. Let's see. We haven't got any negative states, so we may as well just keep going with one turn attack. Although, it doesn't really matter. But using a slow one means fewer animations, so it will speed things up very slightly. We only got shot for 2 that time, that's good. So you get confuzzled to some extent. We did slow you down that time, that's good. And now this time we are going to speed up our Salazar's next action. That might be necessary because there might be another person coming in after this. So that buff to the Salazar speed doesn't apply this turn because we've already selected an action for them. So now you're going to get knocked out. And new people are going to come in. 4 of them. Alright then. What's the play? So you need a new peer attack to stop you from being immune to new states. I think, again, it's mostly just a case of do focus damage to people. If we divert you, and Lelek does a bigger move because of the fact that we can do it in 1 turn. Then you won't get to attack this turn. Now we can take you out. What can we do with the others? Cast Suffering on all enemies, but that's not going to apply because of them. I should probably look at their ultimates more rather than just using my own. Inflicts damage and launches an attack on a random enemy. So maybe Lelek is the best. Inflicts damage, lowers all enemies' focus by 1. So only 23 to 26, but that's okay. Because it will reduce everyone's focus by 1, so... yeah, 24 damage is fine. Get shot, you're out of the fight. Everyone else will start hitting me with stuff. What's that status effect on us? We are slowed. That's not very nice. Upir, do you want to hit this fellow with something? Inflicts damage and restores our health points by half of what we've lost. That's probably quite good. And then we can do that, but we are slowed, so maybe it's not ideal. We kind of want to move our trait onto someone else, possibly. Or just get rid of the damn thing. But we're now getting back 16 HP. That's great. You've lost a bit more. And now we've got so many traits on us. So many debuffs. Upir. That removes all negative states from us. So let's apply that to you. And you can have a bit of double focus reduction. And then, because this guy is already out of it, this will knock him out. And it will reduce his focus by... reduce everyone else's by 1. So this guy will now be out of focus as well. Things are going okay, despite all these debuffs that were applied to us before. So you can get knocked out. Lelek will have a quick maneuver. So Lelek can transfer all status effects to them, possibly. At the very least, can probably remove them from us. And that guy can just get beaten up big time. Yeah, their trait's been disabled because they've been broken down, so maybe they also gained our status effects. It looks like they did. Even though we only temporarily reduced their status. So it removed her invulnerability first, then it applied that. Good. Get wrecked. Well, it's challenging.
Why am I doing this? What do I need you for?
Negligence.
No, this is not true. Not true, not true, not true. I'm too close. I've dealt with better ones than you. You're mine.
Wonderful.
What was that? What happened?
I caught your Salator.
The river giveth and the river taketh away. But never again. The river no longer flows through you.
What? What do you mean?
I rid you of the salutor that was tormenting your mind.
I didn't ask you to. Is this why you were so bent on getting me out of jail?
No, it's totally about justice.
It was more about justice.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. And now what? Something flipped in my head? What should I do?
Whatever you like. It's all up to you now.
Okay. Now I would like to clean up. I need to air the place because it reeks. Worse than the cell.
That's a good start. Yeah, you clean up your stinky place. We will go and see Rasputin because we can learn some secrets from him, but also we kind of need to get our perception fixed up. Did we discover something? Even though our perception is weakened. The Bigot's Diary. All it takes to join the Gentleman's Club is to pass yourself off as an acquaintance of the Colonel. Is that going to lead to like another urban secret, perhaps? No, it looks as though the house might be locked.
Hello.
I thought there'd be something to look at. Much ado about nothing.
Who are you? Last time, a different housekeeper came to greet me.
How about that? What? Don't you like us?
I don't rightly know.
That remains to be seen. We haven't known one another long enough.
I have all I need to know who I'm dealing with.
This is Maria.
And this is Magdalena. We've all been waiting for you.
And you are...
Maria and Magdalena. Very interesting. Do you work for the Nandarzinskis?
Grigori invited us here.
He's waiting for you.
That would make sense.
I've come to see Rasputin.
We know.
Cool. So we're in. And we've met a couple of mysterious women.
It looks familiar, and yet different.
What's different? The Kama Sutra. Very well. We'll keep that for later.
Well.
Give it some study. Now, what's going on around and about the rest of the house? A cocktail recipe. The Bloody Mary. And then a gathering.
At last, the wait is over. Here he is. Sit down, Victor.
Thank you, friend. I would like to be hypnotized, if that's okay.
I came because my head's hurting again.
I'll help you. I never turn you down. But first, take a seat and let me speak.
Okay. We trust him.
Support the weak. Be patient towards all men. The moment has finally come. Here too is my loyal friend, Victor Shulsky. It's thanks to him that we are where we are. And we will be in the future, where we intend. My mind has long been flooded with bloody visions. In their scarlet color, the mists of the future are reflected. I see a great star falling to the blood-stained earth, and the force of its impact tears the roof from sacred temples, including the Orthodox Church of Saint Mary Magdalene, here in Praga. The earth swallows up the Iberian Gate. Kazan Cathedral stands underwater, and Notre Dame de Paris is consumed by fire. Our homeland will then be exhausted by an illness that has long eaten away at her. There's a feeble spark of hope for us. It still flickers, though it may soon go out.
No.
The heir to the throne, little Alexei Romanov, is ill.
Hemophilia?
What's troubling him?
Life is spilling out of him. The devil himself is tearing him apart from the inside, demanding blood.
Poor child.
But let's not be sad. This news is joyful, as a matter of fact. Because now we know where the source of the danger is, and I can help him. I will heal the heir, just as I healed Victor, though he was bereft of hope. Isn't that true, friend?
That is very true.
It's true. If not for Grigori, I wouldn't be among you anymore. I'd have lost my mind. But thanks to his miracles, I'm still here, and I can testify to that.
I've helped you, just as you've helped us all. Thank you, friend.
I'd be happy to help you again, my friend.
You can count on me.
Admirable loyalty. Impressive.
You gave us a chance, and as God as my witness, I won't waste it. Healing the Tsarevich means healing something much greater. The future. A future where each of us will receive equality and respect, regardless of who we are. Free from the afflictions of the body and the soul, living in health and its resulting ecstasy. Finally, in a future in which we can do anything, but don't have to do anything, offering unhindered freedom. To the thaumaturge's health.
Hooray.
I'd rather not wake up to sights like that. My head's about to explode.
You didn't want Ligia to see you in such a state.
In that case, it could have been one of my best decisions.
Looking at the events of last night may be the only right one. Time to get up. Get yourself together, and we'll talk later.
Sleep is a waste of time.
We've received a quest. Veiled with Holiness. Oh, and Gentleman's Club quest expires soon. The Urban Secrets. Opportunity to complete this quest will pass soon. Very well. We've got an Orthodox church to look around. So it does actually warn us if we're about to run out of time to complete a quest. That's good to know. Now, what's sparkling out here? A sofa, where filth occurred, perhaps. It's Rasputin's true colours as a party animal and amazing lover beginning to reveal themselves. Okay, so someone unpinned a Tsar's medal and pledged allegiance to Rasputin. We did see a soldier of some sort. There we go. Hanging around here, so Rasputin possibly gaining the loyalty of folks that may prove greater than their loyalty to the Tsar. Okay, so a countess has been invited over for a prayer session. The ashtray full of cigarette butts. Let's go ahead and get hypnotized before anything else happens.
Listen, I really can't handle this anymore.
Well, I'm not going to refuse you.
Here she is.
Her sadness, heartbreakingly cold.
How can we tame her?
Stop fighting her.
What?
There's no need to resist. Go to her.
Let's give her a nice hug.
Let me soothe this melancholy. Let it engulf you.
That's all she wanted. Cool. And just like that, we have got another Salazar, I guess. Let's see. Yep, we got our second one in the mind dimension. Finishing argument inflicts damage. And then Fury increases inflicted damage. Makes the attack choose a random target. Is that worth it? Maybe. And then off balance increases damage by 30% and allows for the interruption of an enemy's planned action. Cool. Now, what else is going on around here now that we have recovered ourselves a bit? Is that salt? Yep, salt on the doorstep. The maid has done that. She's worried that Rasputin is the devil himself, possibly. And that's her apron. Okay, so she's not happy with how things have worked out here. And a broom. So yeah, she's walked away, basically. Empty bottles of liquor. Definitely a party and a half has occurred around here. But now that we have got our Salazar sorted, assuming there's nothing else going on, we will be on our way and we will explore a new part of town. Torn Letter. Okay, that might be Gentlemen's Club related. Yeah. Gentlemen attend meetings in a tenement house, but not everyone can attend. So we're definitely finding more clues as to this Gentlemen's Club. Are there going to be any more clues? And are they all going to be contained within this part of town? Maybe it's worth a quick poke around the graveyard just before we move on.
Hello, sweet secret.
Lily petals. What have we learned here? A fleur-de-lis pattern. Ooh. Is that relating to inspiration for the tailor once again? Maybe. We're not in any rush to complete that quest because it doesn't say that it's going to disappear soon, so that's good. And that does seem to be it for this part of town, so let us head to Port Praga. We haven't given it a good honest explore. There might be both urban secrets and other random things to simply click on, and maybe side quests. A plate. Henrik is an importer of goods. We've received a quest already. Ah, it's an urban secret. Okay. Cola beverage. What is this cola that they speak of? That's not Dr. Pepper. New merchandise from Brazil. Getting all the clues in short order. There we go. We've learned about fireworks as well. gained ourselves another point. We'll have to spend that very soon. Maybe spend that now. Maybe we unlock that. It's either that or we spend it down there. Reduces focus at the end of every round. Max times 2. Well, that sounds good. It's a skill upgrade. Maybe that's where we spend our points. Although, have I already spent them? No, I already spent them on that one. Okay. I thought I'd only clicked on that one once, but it turns out that was sufficient to buy the skill. We'll probably be able to buy most things. I'm being very diligent about clicking on everything that I can, so we'll probably end up with XP to do everything. And what have we here? Exotic fruits. An orange. Not a big fan of oranges. More of an apple guy. Or a pineapple. But maybe Victor likes oranges. Although that text suggests maybe not so much. Or at least not in Port Praga. And a fishing rod. Cool. No fishing minigame, sadly. Sturgeon and the Polish cause. The Underground Angling Association must take drastic actions to protect the Polish sturgeon. It's being overfished to make caviar for the sire. So I guess nationalism and fishing are coming together
The
there.
permit? What permit? The river belongs to everyone, doesn't it?
And who do you think stocks it, huh? You think 5 kilograms of bream just fell into the river? Pay the 5 ruble fine while I'm still in a good mood.
Okay.
Since you stock and care for the river, you deserve it. Here, 5 rubles.
Thank you. Go ahead then. And remember, you gotta hook a fish to cook a fish. See ya.
Cool, that guy doesn't seem so bad. He wasn't shaking me down, I don't think. He was just genuinely caring about the future well-being of the river. We've now gained a quest about illegal humour. Some sort of subversive comedian is in the area. All sorts of secrets around Port Praga, it seems. Sort of thing that I'd normally just round up between episodes, but we're here now. So we've got to do a bit of exploring. No, who's that man? Just a sailor, maybe. Maybe he wants to fight. Fireworks. Cool, they're going to put on a display. Yeah, what have you got to say for yourself, friend?
Hey, you. Are you stealing our girls?
Maybe.
It's more like I'm saving them from the torture of your company.
See how eloquent he is? And brave. Not bad.
We'll turn your face around, fancy boy. You won't be such a smooth talker then.
Fight.
If you insist.
A fight? How exciting.
We're not going to turn down a rumble with some sailors. Now, what have you got to say? Bukovac is required to reduce your focus at all, really? Lelek will get rid of your negative states. Velas will get rid of your negative states. Okay, we've got a few rounds to do things. So Bukovac can start working on this lad. And then we could potentially divert him. Although the others, they've got quite a lot of that. So I guess they don't need their focus reduced at all. So yeah, we may as well divert that guy. And now this round, we can divert that guy again. And that will make our Saltor's next action faster. But what do we want? We want Velez and Lelek. What can Mirana do? She can reduce people's focus as well. Price of peace. Fixed damage equal to 8 times the enemy's missing focus. Ooh. But then restores all their focus. Boo. That reduces their focus by 2 and interrupts an action. That reduces focus by 2 and slows them. And then that slows all enemies' planned actions. That sounds great. But for this turn, let's get Velez to attack this lad and potentially interrupt his action. So you're broken down and your action is interrupted. You got snacked and your action is interrupted. Outstanding. Now that guy needs to be attacked with Lelek or Mirana. So maybe Mirana is the best bet because she can't slow him. She could attack that guy and take him out and it would slow that guy, but it wouldn't slow that guy because he's currently immune to gaining new negative states, and slow is a negative state. So Mirana can just attack this guy perhaps, but that's actually a one. That's a one-turn ability because of our faster thing, right? So we can actually slow that guy whilst we just knock this guy the hell out. Nice. So he was slowed. They're both not attacking this turn, which is great. Maybe we start giving them some suffering. We like suffering. Oh, so I do a different attack with Bukovac. Oh, I did Bloody Wedding rather than Howl. Okay. Maybe that's fine because we can give him an old wound. Or, well, it's agony now, isn't it? Although that happens afterwards, so that's unfortunate. Because Bukovac goes first, so just deals a little bit of damage to him. And we get clobbered. Yeah, I didn't quite play that right. You're going to go down to suffering before you get another turn, I think. We just do a slow attack on you. That's probably you out. But we could also doom you. Why not? They're not doing anything for a round, so yeah, you just have a punch. And you get chomped. Straightforward. Really? And now everyone's scarpered. There's the ladies, who were impressed with that fight, I think. Yeah. They would do this one for free. Indian spices. Yeah, I think we'll complete a circuit of Port Praga. And then I did notice on the map that there was another Praga that we can visit too. So we'll have to do that sometime soon. Informant report. Secret soirees, making fun of the Tsar. So that's more about our comedian, I guess.
My watch.
And we've got a conclusion. A broken bottle of cheap porter. A fireworks display near the warehouse. If you ask about the Golden Tiger there. Cool. So that's progress towards one of these, the real fireworks quest. Find the warehouse, and then we've got an urban secret. Get ourselves a nice picture of some fireworks. Upir's here.
That's not what I expected. The smell of evil suggestions and pure malice with a subtle hint of sulfur.
Oh.
I think I know who you are, Scamp.
What's happening here?
Braggarts just like you got your attention.
Hello.
I'll look for them before you lead them astray.
I was expecting a regular urban secret, and yet here we find Krampus. Nothing down here? Nope. All our clues are upstairs. Or perhaps down this side as well. Let's have a quick peek. What do we find? A crate with the SARS insignia. The stolen arms shipment, perhaps. And then some packages. But driven by shame, kick the packages. So is it impulsiveness, the flaw that this person's got? Maybe. Yeah, someone's not happy with their husband. It's changed for the worse. He may well be flawed. And a robbery. Jar of moonshine. Yep, the ringleader of this gang. The witness, the only one who saw their faces. They'd have to get rid of the problem. Well, that doesn't sound good. For the witness, at least. Gathered the lads from the building, got back at the Jew. Took the lamp as a trophy. So that's the ringleader again. And here we have a torn wanted notice. So the frequenters of this warehouse came into possession of some stolen arms. And now they're in big trouble because of it. Well, this has suddenly got spicy. But before we knock on that door, I think we will have to call it a day. Otherwise we're going to get dragged into another mystery that needs resolving. So we'll do our best to resolve that mystery next time, I think. And until then, thanks for watching, friends.